friends, welcome to another episode of the story of the storyteller. Friends, today let us remember another unsung heroine of India who brought about girl and women empowerment in India. On January 3rd, 1831, 190 years ago, Indian first woman teacher Vidya Kranti Jyoti Savitribai Phule was born. She was the liberator of women and girl education in India. She set up the first girls' school for all girls, especially from deprived communities like Shudras and Ati Shudras in Bidewade in Pune. Pune was considered the seat of Brahmanism those days. In fact, it was an ancient agraharam. Friends, it would be a huge justice given to Savitribai Phule if Teachers' Day is celebrated today, that is January 3rd. Friends, when Savitribai Phule at age 9, a little girl was married to Mahatma Phule, who was 13 by then. Little did India know that this little girl would bring in revolutionary changes in girl education in India. For thousands of years, women and girls were deprived of education in this country. And who deprived this education to girls and women of this country? We all should know that the upper caste, fascist, Manuwadis were responsible for depriving the girl child and woman of their right to education. Friends, it was only in 1848 that the Phule couple and especially Savitribai Phule who built the first school at Bidewada in Pune. If not for her, the Shudras and Ati Shudra women and girls would have been deprived of education in this country. Friends, today we see all these personalities are being appropriated by the right-wing RSS Sangh BJP chelas. This generation youth, especially Bahujan youth, the Dalits, the OBC, should know the actual truth of how difficult it was for Savitribai Phule to start a school for girl children in this country. Friends, for this, I would refer two letters written by Savitribai Phule to Mahatma Phule. One was written in 1856. Savitribai in her letter states she was ill and Mahatma Phule sent Savitribai to her native. She starts staying with her brother and mother. Then Savitribai Phule says, her brother one day asks her that why she and her husband are hell-bent to serve the Shudras and Ati Shudras, here the Mahars and Mans, the untouchables, and thereby incur the wrath of the Brahmins of Pune. He went on to ask Savitribai to stop imparting educations to the untouchables, Mahars and Mans in this case, especially for the weaker gender, here girls. Then Savitribai Phule asks her brother, when you can touch a cow, when you consider a cow, a goat, a sheep sacred, why can't you touch a Mahar and a Mang, is what she asks her brother. By that time, the Brahmins and the upper caste of the village of her Savitribai Phule's brother would have filled her brother with hate against the school started by Savitribai Phule and Mahatma Phule in Pune. Then the brother becomes furious with her and asks Savitribai, why should you do this? Why should you impart education to the girl child and especially those of Shudras and Atishudras? Then Savitribai Phule says that if the girl children are denied education, they will be denied the knowledge. They will be denied the dignity to stay in this society. Therefore, she is hell-bent on giving education to the untouchables. That is why the Brahmins is upset. Then Savitribai asks her brother, why should the Brahmins be upset? Is it because education imparted to the girl child will be a problem for them? But then her brother says the Brahmins feel that what she is doing is adharma. Savitribai tells her brother, if teaching the deprived girl child education is adharma, then what is dharma? Is depriving a girl child education, a right to education, dharma? Then her brother and her mother now feel that yes, what Savitribai is telling is true, and they appreciate her for what she has done in Pune. Friends, this is not all. In 1868, there was a social taboo those days also of intercaste marriages, like similar to what love jihad is now. A love affair between a Brahmin boy and an untouchable girl took place in her village. A Brahmin by name Ganesh, who used to live his livelihood by doing puja and also telling little bit of astrology, fell in love with a girl called Sharja, a Mahar girl. By the time the villagers came to know of this love affair, the Mahar girl, Sharja, was already 6 months pregnant. The villagers were furious. They paraded the Brahmin boy and the untouchable Mahar girl across the streets, beat them up, and they were about to kill them by lighting fire. Savitri rushed to the rescue of this intercaste love couple and warned the upper caste of the implications of killing them, especially telling them about the tough British rules against killing of untouchables. Savitribai saved the couple from the hands of these upper caste Brahmins, and this couple fell at the feet of Savitribai, and Savitribai in fact saved the couple and asked them to leave the village and live peacefully. Friends, when the Phule couple started the school in Pune for Shudras and Atishudras, the Phule couple suffered boycott. The whole village, the whole city boycotted the Phule couple, especially Savitribai Phule. That is when Phule had no house to stay in Pune. That is when a Pune businessman, Usman Sheikh, a Muslim, gave them a house where they could even start a school. Usman Sheikh, a Muslim, gave shelter to the Phule couple, and his sister Fatima Sheikh was the first teacher colleague for the first woman school teacher, Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule, along with Fatima Sheikh and 2 other teachers, then started the school in 1948. There were only 9 girl child in that school when they first started. Every day when Savitribai Phule walked to the school, the Brahmins and the upper caste of Pune used to hurl abuses at Savitribai Phule. harass her with bad words. They used bad words against her for starting a school to educate the girl child of Shudras and Atishudras. Here Shudras means OBC, Atishudras means Dalits. They used to throw stones at Savitribai Phule. They used to throw cow dung and filth and dirt against her. Every day whenever Savitribai Phule went to the school, a group of upper caste men, hooligans, especially Brahmins, used to abuse her daily, go behind her daily. They opposed her giving education to the girls from deprived communities. They threw filth, cow dung at her. And every day they used to throw cow dung at the sari of Savitribai Phule. And Savitribai Phule started wearing old saris when she left her house to school. And she used to carry another sari to school. So that by the time she went to school and cow dung or all the filth was thrown on the old sari, in the school she used to remove the old sari, put the new sari, then teach those 9 or 10 girl students, impart education to them. Then when it was time to go back from school to house, she used to remove the new sari, put the old sari with the cow dung, and again come back from the school to her house. This is how the Manuwadis, the upper caste, the anti-social elements of these Manuwadis treated the first woman school teacher who started the first school for girls in India. And today, we OBC and Dalits should not forget this. When this same BJP, RSS and Sangh today are putting, photos and glorifying the first woman teacher, please don't forget these abuses, these hurled, cow dung thrown at Savitribai Phule by these same Manuwadis. Finally, one day, Savitribai Phule took courage and slapped one thug among these hooligans, and that is when it came down. That was not all. These Hindu Brahminical hierarchical Manuwadis once went to Mahatma Phule, father Govind Rao, Savitribai Phule's father-in-law, and said whatever education Savitribai Phule is giving to women is against Hindu Shastras and Dharma. They convinced Phule to boycott Govind Rao, to boycott Phule and Savitribai and throw them out of the house. In fact, Govind Rao, bowing to the pressures of the upper caste, throws Phule out. But Savitribai Phule stands on behalf of her husband. And that is when Usman Sheikh, the great Muslim businessman, gave shelter to Savitribai Phule and Mahatma Phule. Friends, in Pune, all the Bal Gangadhar Tilak's chelas only humiliated Phule couple. Those who threw cow dung, who hurled abuses, threw stones at Savitribai Phule were all the Manuwadi chelas of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Tilak opposed the idea of untouchability, but when it came to signing the memorandum to abolish untouchability, he didn't sign. That shows the duality of Manuwadi Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He said, Swaraj is my birthright. We all glorify Swaraj. Tilak saying that he was the one who coined the word Swaraj is my birthright. But Tilak failed and forgot that Swaraj was a birthright for Shudras too. Swaraj, or right to education, was a birthright of Shudras too. Swaraj, or right to education, Swaraj for Vidya, Swaraj for education, was a right for Shudra and Atishudra, woman and girl child too. And in 1887, bubonic plague hit India, and Savitribai Phule effort in treating the plague patients is worth mentioning, my dear friends. Savitri Phule, along with her adopted son Yashwantrao, set up a clinic and treated thousands of plague victims. It was during this treatment that she contracted the plague herself and finally died in March 1887 while treating a plague patient. Friends, why I told you all this story is, today while we remember the unsung heroine who empowered the girls and women education in India, we should not forget who were those who hurled abuses, who threw stones, who dissuaded her from imparting education and starting schools for girl children, especially those of Shudras and Atishudras. That means girl child of OBC and Dalits in this country. We should not forget that today those who are trying to appropriate Savitri Phule and singing praises of her on social media, this generation should not forget these were the same Manuwadis who dissuaded, who threw abuses against the Phule couple, against empowering Bahujan women in this country. Jai Hind.